Good morning, students. I hope everybody is doing good. Today we are beginning with the geography part. So let us start with chapter number 5, Rims of the Earth. So let us start with the introduction. See the first para, it is written that Earth has three important realms. Now, student, what does it mean? It means that there are three major region, or we can say the Earth has three major domain. Okay. Now, the first is lithosphere, second is hydrosphere, and the third is atmosphere. We will do it one by one. Let us start with the first one, which is lithosphere. This is the first realms, or this is the first region of the earth, right? Now, see the paragraph. Lithosphere refers to the hard and rocky surface of the earth. Students, what is lithosphere? Lithosphere means any hard and rocky surface of the earth. Rocky mass has many minerals, soils and stones. Here it will be comma beta. Now, the land we live on is all a part of the lithosphere. So, what is lithosphere, students? Lithosphere is generally your hard and rocky surface of the earth, means the land in which you live, right? The land in which we live, that is the lithosphere. And that part is very hard and that is rocky. And one more important thing, the land which we live in consists of many minerals, many types of soils as well as stones, which are useful for mankind, right? Now, the next sentence says is the land we live on is all a part of lithosphere. It means that all the land area beta where we live are the part of lithosphere itself, right? Now, under lithosphere, there is a term which is continents. So, continents also come under lithosphere. Now, let us understand what is continent. Now, the large land masses above the sea level are called continents. So, continents are also land masses beta. Continents are also the land area. Okay, they are also the land masses and they are above the sea level. So, all the land masses which are above the sea level, means whatever the level of the sea is, so above the sea level, whatever the land masses are, those comes under continent, right? Now, basically there are 7 continents in the world. What are they? First, North America, second, South America, third, Europe, fourth, Asia, fifth, Africa, sixth, Australia, seventh, Antarctica. So, basically there are 7 continents in the world. Now, let us study about them one by one. So, the first continent is Asia. Read the explanation along with me. Asia is the largest continent. So, beta, among all these 7 continents, which is the largest continent? Means sabhi mein se sabse bada continent, the largest continent is Asia, right? Now, it is the most densely populated continent. It means that the population of the people is very high in this continent. Means in Asia, Asia is the most populous continent. Okay, the population is very high as comparative to other continent. Okay, now it has the highest mountain range of the world called Himalaya. So, Himalaya mountain range is also situated in Asia, right? The highest peak of the world, Mount Everest, is in Nepal. So, the highest peak of the world, which is Mount Everest, is also comes under the continent Asia, right? Now, Africa, the second one. Africa is the second largest continent. Okay, after Asia comes Africa. Okay, this continent is the only continent through which the equator and both the Tropic of Cancer and Capricorn passes through. Beta, you have studied in your previous chapter of geography about the equator, the Tropic of Cancer and Capricorn, right? So, all these 3 lines which we say the latitudes. Okay, all these three horizontal lines, whom we call latitude, passes through this continent only. Okay, they don't pass through other continent, they pass only through this continent. Plus, see the next sentence, the famous Nile River. Okay, the Nile River, which is the longest river, that also comes under Africa, right? The world's largest dry desert, means the dry desert, which is the Sahara Desert, the world largest Sahara Desert, that also comes under Africa. Okay. Now, coming to the third, which is North America. It is the largest continent of the world. Now, beta, it is the not largest, it is the third largest. Okay, this is the first largest, this is the second largest, and this will be the third largest. Okay, so North America is the third largest continent of the world. It is connected to South America by a narrow strip of land called Isthmus of Panama. Now beta, one area is North America, other area is South America, and both the North America and the South America is connected with a strip of land, means it is there is a land which is connected, okay, which connects both, and that land area is known as your Isthmus of Panama. Okay, that this is the land area which connects both the North America as well as the South America, right? Coming to the next, which is South America. South America is the fourth largest continent, right? The longest mountain chain of the world, called the Indus Mountain, lies on its west side. Beta, the longest mountain chain means the mountains are in chain. Okay, the mountain, these are the mountain chain. Okay, so the longest means the longest mountain chain, the chain of mountain, there is not only one mountain but more than one, and the mountain are in chain, जो लगातार बेटा एक से ज़्यादा mountain जो लगातार रहते हैं, and they have the chain. So that mountain chain is the chain which is the largest mountain chain, and that is Indus Mountain. So Indus Mountain is the largest mountain chain. जो एक mountain नहीं होता बेटा, जैसे आप जानते हैं there is like the mountain, one mountain, but Indus Mountain is the one which have various mountain, and those are in sequence, those are together in chain, and that is the largest mountain chain. Okay, and which is situated in South America, right? Now, South America also has the world's largest river. The world's largest river, which is Amazon River, is also in South America, right? Now, coming to the next, which is Antarctica. Antarctica is the fifth largest continent. Okay, the whole continent is covered by a thick layer of snow, that is ice, snow. And it is also known as white continent or the frozen continent. Beta, why Antarctica is known as white continent or frozen continent? Because it is covered with the thick layer of the snow, because it is only and only covered with snow. That is why it is known as white continent or the frozen continent, right? Now, next is Europe. Europe is the sixth largest continent. Europe has many small countries and has two seas. Okay, Europe consists of many small countries, but in Europe many small countries are there. Plus it also has two seas. Which are the two seas? The Black Sea and the Caspian Sea. These are the two seas which are situated in Europe, right? And both these seas are surrounded by the land masses. Means beta, in at the center the sea is there and it is surrounded by land masses. Means चारों तरफ से लैंड है, बीच में सी है एंड उसके चारों तरफ लैंड है. दैट इज वाई these are also called as landlocked sea. Beta, landlocked sea. The Black Sea and Caspian Sea is known as लैंडलॉक्ड सी. क्यों इनको लैंडलॉक्ड सी बोला जाता है बेटा? क्योंकि ये सी सेंटर पे है और चारों तरफ उसके लैंड है और वो जो सी है वो लैंड से लॉक हो गया है चारों तरफ, इसीलिए ये जो सी है उसको लैंड लॉक्ड सी बोला जाता है, राइट? नाउ Coming to the next, which is the Alps are the highest mountain of the Europe. Means in Europe there is a mountain which is the highest mountain of Europe, and that mountain is known as the Alps mountain. Okay. Now coming to the last continent, which is Australia. Australia is the smallest continent of all. Beta, the largest continent, as we know that there are in total 7 continents. Out of all the 7 continents, which is the largest continent? Asia. Okay. And which is the smallest continent? Australia. Okay. Now Australia is entirely in the southern hemisphere. Beta, you know the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere, right? The northern part and the southern part. So Australia is basically in the southern hemisphere, towards the southern hemisphere. It is situated towards the southern hemisphere, right? Now it is surrounded by oceans. Means Australia is surrounded by ocean. Means Australia जो continent है बेटा, वो पूरा का पूरा surrounded है oceans. मतलब उसको उसके आजू बाजू उसके sides में सारे oceans हैं. Okay, from all the sides, and it is also known as island continent. ऑस्ट्रेलिया को आइलैंड कॉन्टिनेंट क्यों बोला जाता है बेटा? वाई ऑस्ट्रेलिया इज नोन एज द आइलैंड कॉन्टिनेंट? बिकॉज Australia is a continent which is at the center, okay, and all its side consist of oceans. मतलब ऑस्ट्रेलिया जो है वो सेंटर पे है, उसके चारों तरफ ओशियंस हैं, एंड उसके वजह से क्या बोला जाता है? ये चारों तरफ पानी है, ओशियंस हैं, तो सेंटर में ऑस्ट्रेलिया है, तो उस कॉन्टिनेंट को आइलैंड कॉन्टिनेंट बोला जाता है, जहाँ पे बीच में लैंड है और उसके चारों तरफ पानी है. इसीलिए ऑस्ट्रेलिया जो है उसको क्या बोला जाता है? आइलैंड कॉन्टिनेंट. ओके, सो these are your 7 continents which we have studied right now. Now we are moving to the next, which is importance of lithosphere. Now students, here we are trying to understand what are the importance of lithosphere. So basically there are 4 importance. The first is, read the point along with me. It is the basic source of minerals like various metals, oils, etc. Beta, what I told you about lithosphere? Lithosphere are the land masses, the land area which we live in. So basically when we you might have known that when we dig the land, then we extract many natural resources from underground. When we do mining, जब बेटा खुदाई होती है, जब आप जानते होंगे, तो लैंड के अंदर से बहुत सारे एसेंशियल मिनरल्स मिलते हैं, बहुत तरह के ऑयल्स मिलते हैं. ओके, लाइक योर आयरन, योर कोल, many things are extracted. Okay, so all those minerals, from where do we get? From the land. Okay, so land gives us various minerals like your metals, oils, etc. when we dig and extract the natural resource from the underground earth, right? Now the next is, lithosphere has the soil cover on which crops are grown, which give us food and oxygen. So beta, in land, like on land there are different kind of soils, okay, and with the help of that the farmers grow crop. Okay, with the help of that the farmers grow crops, and the crops give us food. Means the plant, the trees are grown in that soil, and that give us food and oxygen, right? So that is also helpful for human beings. Now the third is, lithosphere supports all structures like buildings, roads, rails, etc. Now beta, lithosphere means the land. Okay, so when there is land, so land, if the land is there, then only building, roads and rails can be constructed. अगर land नहीं होगा बेटा, तो how can these structure be supported? Okay, so for the support, for building the for building any road, okay, for building any rail, or for building any for constructing any building, okay, for construction of road, rail or building, we require land area, okay, for the support. Without land area, these things cannot be constructed, right? Now the last is, it also supports plant and animal life. Beta, on land there are various plants which are grown, and plus various kinds of foods which are available. On land, there are various kinds of wildlife, what we can say, many kind of animals are there, small animals are there, plants are there, like whom we call as flora and fauna. Okay, and both are living where? On land. Okay, so flora and fauna, both things are found on land, and they are also a support. Okay, it also support the plant and animal life. So plant are also grown, and your animals are also living on land. If land will not be there, then no plants can grow and even no animals can survive. So that is why land masses are important. So these are the basic 4 importance of lithosphere. Okay, so here we have completed the first part of the earth, the first realms of the earth, which is lithosphere. Now we will move towards the second one, which is your hydrosphere. Okay, so what do you understand by hydrosphere? It's very simple, beta. Hydrosphere, what is that? It means the water on the earth. Okay, water. Whatever the water is present, like your river, ocean, sea, lake, pond, etc. They all are the water bodies, and those water body comes under hydrosphere, right? Now, what are hydrosphere? See, next sentence. In other words, all water bodies and water found on the earth are a part of hydrosphere. As I said, beta, what are the water bodies? Like your oceans, okay, like your lakes, rivers, ponds, etc. All these are water bodies. So all the water bodies comes under hydrosphere. Okay. Now, see the next paragraph. It is written about 97.2% of the total water on the earth, means the total water which is present on the earth. So, about 97.2% of the total water is in the oceans, right? And seas. ओशन और सी में 97.2% वाटर रहता है, बट दोज वाटर कैन नॉट बी कंज्यूम्ड. वाई बेटा? बिकॉज दीज आर the saline water, जो salty water होते हैं, which cannot be consumed. And about 2.7% of water is in the form of ice or snow. So 2.7% of the water is in the form of ice or snow, which also cannot be consumed by people. Okay, and only 0.1% water is available for the consumption of human beings. So for human being, there is only 0.1%, like 0.1% water available on the earth for consumption. Rest we cannot consume, right? So this is all about your hydrosphere, beta. Now coming to the next topic, which is oceans. Oceans are the part of hydrosphere. Ocean is also a water body, right beta? So oceans are also part of hydrosphere. Now let us understand what is known as ocean. What are oceans, beta? See the sentence here. Oceans are vast stretches of water which extend for thousands of kilometers. Vast stretches of water, beta. Vast stretches of water means the oceans are vast area, or it is expanded. Okay, it is expanded and is extended for thousands of kilometers. ये बहुत लंबा extend होता है और बहुत फैला हुआ होता है. Okay, oceans near about thousands of kilometers. Okay, so those vast stretches of water which extend thousands of kilometers, जो thousands of kilometers में फैला हुआ होता है जो water, उसको हम बोलते हैं ocean. Okay, now basically there are 5 large oceans. How many oceans are there? 5 oceans. What are they? See, Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean, Arctic Ocean and Antarctic Ocean. So these are basically your 5 major oceans, right? So now we will start understanding this one by one. So let us begin with the first one, which is Pacific Ocean. The Pacific Ocean is the largest ocean, means we have seen that there are 5 oceans. So among these 5 oceans, the largest is your Pacific Ocean, right? Now, it spreads between Asia and America, means Pacific Ocean lies between Asia and America, okay? And it also is the deepest ocean, okay? It means that वो सबसे ज़्यादा गहरा है, means among all the 5 ocean, okay? The Pacific Ocean is the deepest ocean, right? Coming to the second, which is Atlantic Ocean. Atlantic Ocean lies between North and South America on one side, which is your western side, and Europe and Africa on the other side, which is your eastern side. It means that Atlantic Ocean is at the center. Center of which part? Northern America, means towards its west. This is the west, okay? This is the east. So towards its west, okay, there is North and South America, and towards its east there is Europe and Africa, and this ocean lies between them, okay? So this is the center part. Towards the west there is North America and South America. Towards the east there is Europe and Africa, right? And it lies between them. Now, the next point says here is the deepest point in this ocean is known as Puerto Rico Trench, which is around 8 kilometer deep. Now, this ocean also has a point which is 8 kilometer deep. Okay, there is a point which is 8 kilometer deep, and it is also known as Puerto Rico Trench, right? Now, this is the busiest ocean for shipping vessels. Now beta, this is the busiest ocean, means many trading activities are carried out through this ocean, means many goods, many commodities are transported through ship through this ocean only. So that is why it remains very busy, okay? So this is the busiest ocean. Now the next comes Indian Ocean. Now, the Indian Ocean is the only ocean that has been named after a country, right? It has been named after our country, India. It extends from Africa in the west to the Pacific Ocean in the east. Means it lies between which area? Indian Ocean lies between Africa in the west and Pacific Ocean in the east. Means towards its west there is Africa, towards its east there is Pacific Ocean, and it lies between them, okay? Now the last is it touches all the shores of Asia from the south, means from the south direction. From the south direction it touches all the shores of Asia, means all the ends of Asia also it touches. So Indian Ocean also touches all the shores of Asia, all the shores of Asia which is lying towards the south, means all the ends which is towards the southern direction, okay? Now coming to the fourth one, which is your Arctic Ocean. Arctic Ocean extends around the Arctic. It means that Arctic Ocean generally is extended to all the region which is your Arctic region, okay? You have studied, right, in the latitude part, like this is the Arctic Circle, Antarctic Circle, and everything you have studied, right? So the topmost part is your Arctic and the lowermost part is your Arctic area, okay beta? So Arctic Ocean generally extends around this Arctic region, right? Now it is the smallest ocean and also said to be the one with the least average depth, means it is the smallest, means among the 5 ocean it is the smallest, okay? Now, and it is also said to be the one of the least average depth, means among all the 5 ocean, okay? Arctic Ocean is having least, means सबसे कम गहरा होता है. सबसे ज़्यादा गहरा कौन है? सबसे ज़्यादा गहरा जो ओशन है वो है बेटा आपका पैसिफिक ओशन. इट इज़ ऑल्सो द डीपेस्ट ओशन जो हमने पढ़ा, राइट? इट इज़ द डीपेस्ट ओशन. एंड सबसे कम गहरा जो है वो है आर्टिक ओशन. सबसे ज़्यादा गहरा पैसिफिक ओशन है, सबसे कम गहरा आर्टिक ओशन है. ओके, now coming to the last one, which is Antarctic Ocean. Now Antarctic Ocean is around the Antarctica. Okay, Antarctica region, right? Now it is sometimes referred to as the Southern Ocean. Antarctic Ocean is also known as Southern Ocean, and most part of it stays frozen for nearly 4 months of the year. Antarctic Ocean is the ocean which remains frozen, मतलब वो जम जाता है, वहाँ पे बर्फ़ पड़ती है, वो बहुत cold region है, so that is why it becomes frozen for 4 months of the year, means 12 महीने में से 4 month वो frozen ही रहता है, means it become completely ice, that is frozen, right? So here we studied about the 5 basic oceans, beta. Okay, so we'll continue with the next topic in our next class. Till then, thank you.